In a jungle, Master Fatty and his colleagues make their way through a forest to locate some drugs. Fatty gets tired, so he decides to rest and has a smoke. The team rests for a few minutes, but then Fatty releases a signal to Commander Lazi and Captain Wang, who are assisted by Old Lin. They prepare to reach the location, but then the goons learn that Fatty is an undercover agent. The spy is caught and is about to be shot, but gets saved by a sniper. An intense shootout follows as Fatty is held hostage and taken away. Wang, Old Lin, and La Ji try to figure a way towards them, but Old Lin mentions a people-eating pond that awaits them. The team carries on regardless, but La Ji senses a strange aura on his way. The team enters a cave and finds an old corpse inside. Suddenly, La Ji feels the aura again and spots a mysterious being calling out to him. The others can't see this, as only Laji is in a state of trance. He opens up a secret entrance and finds the villain's secret stash. Suddenly, Fatty and the villain come running towards the team and talk about monsters coming after them. The team makes its way forward, but they come across more corpses on their way. Suddenly, a skull monster starts attacking the soldiers, and an intense shootout follows. Some of the soldiers are killed, and then the skull beast finally shows itself. The monster attacks and kills more soldiers, but Laji is able to destroy the beast after using up a lot of firepower. Unfortunately, an entire army of skull beasts appear, so the team makes a run for it. Tensions run high as a chase scene follows, and then Laji protects Fatty from the beasts by swinging him along a bridge after he falls off. The team gets cornered by more monsters, and then Old Lin surprisingly shows up. He commends the soldiers for being able to access his death gate, but also unleashes his demon form. Old Lin attacks the team with his army, but then Laji becomes a dagger saint by turning into his powers. He takes down the monster army all by himself, and it prompts Old Lin to declare that Laji is the legendary Wu Mian's follower. He releases an overpowered move, but Wu shows up and amazes the others. Old Lin is scared, but he still attacks the Holy Saint with all his might. It's of no use, as Wu easily dominates him and then holds him at gunpoint for stealing his sacred pill earlier. Old Lin says he had actually shared the pill with his nephew Yang Zhao, but Wu says that he will kill him through La Ji. Old Lin tries to threaten the soldier to escape punishment, but Wu easily takes his dagger away and hands over his gun to La Ji. Old Lin tries one last attack, but he is shot down and killed with ease. Wu summons a golden skull, but then Old Lin's dark energy possesses La Ji. He faints from the possession, but wakes up inside a hospital. La Ji senses an intruder, but it just happens to be Fatty. Now, a streaky girl named Bai Lu enters the room and La Ji attacks her, thinking she's an enemy. However, she easily dominates him and has to be calmed down by a doctor who enters the room. Bai reveals that she belongs to the Diao Bureau, and our heroes are taken to meet Chief Gao. Fatty and La Ji learn that the chief is also an enthusiastic chef. They are given a dispatch order and are told to take on a new job that pays 10 times the price of their previous job. Fatty and La Ji get acquainted with the office, and then they meet a soldier named Po Jun, who is weirdly fixing a toilet. Bai takes the boys to Old Fang, who is an inventor, and gives Fatty a new bracelet that can track and assist him for his missions. Now Wu meets Chief Gao, who warns him that La Ji has obtained Old Lin's powers and might become a problem for them later. The men sit and discuss the Guji Kingdom, which was believed to have been destroyed centuries ago. Now Bai makes La Ji and Fatty study while also showing them the different rooms of the facility. Suddenly there's a new mission to take care of, so they rush to collaborate. Here they find the leader of Room 1, Captain Hao, and Room 2, Captain Chi. The captains seems to have a rivalry and don't want to work together for this mission. Regardless, they are told to go and investigate some missing archaeologists. The jet reaches the destination in almost no time, and then Bai briefs the team on the entrance point. Chi and his men get into action and enter the cave immediately. It's nighttime now, but Room 2 still hasn't come back. La Ji suddenly spots a mysterious goat and follows after it with his yellow eye. Fatty goes after him, but the both of them get swallowed into a quicksand and fall into a pit. La Ji tries his best to wake Fatty up, and he has to slap him eventually. Then our hero spots a baby monster on top of Fatty's head and gets into a fight with it despite Fatty not being able to see it. The baby snatches Laji's gun, but isn't able to fire it, so the men hide away safely. Bai comes to the scene and investigates the area with the boys after the baby vanishes. She learns from the nearby pillars that this is indeed the Guji Kingdom. Bai and the boys inspect the pillars thoroughly, but Fatty presses the wrong button and a ton of debris fall upon the team. Meanwhile, Hao realizes everyone is missing and starts working on a rescue mission with Po. The team has luckily survived, even though Bai rebukes the boys for being reckless. Regardless, Laji and Fatty spot a hidden opening that allows the team to slide into it. Laji notices the ghost baby as he slides down the path, and then the team notices an ancient coffin. They realize that this is King Baiji's tomb, and Bai identifies the coffin to be a bronze ceiling one. Laji offers his dagger to open the tomb, but the mummy inside doesn't look like the ancient king. Suddenly, the ghost baby attacks Fatty and drags him down a hidden opening, so the others chase after him. They enter a hidden chamber where Bai reads some relics and learns that the king's daughter married a Zhongyuan man who carried out a dangerous ritual before passing away. Things get tricky when the team notices that the lamps in the paintings have disappeared, and then Laji's eye starts acting up again. The ghost of King Baiji shows up and demands to have his daughter returned, but Fatty shoots at the ghost. It's of no use and the evil king easily kills Bai and Fatty, as can be seen when we see that Wu has arrived to the scene where Laji is unconscious. Wu enters the illusion and easily kills the evil king with his powers, thus allowing Laji to destroy the lamp. Our hero wakes up and thanks Wu, but is told that he looks miserable. Meanwhile, Hao and the others plan a rescue mission, but Hao gets trapped. Now our heroes enter an illusion spell and find 9 different paths, with only one seeming to be the right one. Wu forces Patty to choose a path, and he hesitates, but eventually picks one. Wu walks in it, and the other path starts to vanish, so our heroes follow after him. However, the steps quickly vanish, and the team drops down into a mysterious pond. Laji notices Chi and Hao trapped inside the pond, so he tries to help them. He and Fatty are attacked by a weed monster, so Laji uses his dagger to defeat it. Suddenly, Chi attacks Hao in a fit of rage, and he is not shown to be an illusion, so the team gets confused. Wu burns all the water and exposes the baby ghost, after which he uses his fire dragon to seal it. The illusion gets broken and Chi snaps out of his trance. The team finds the missing archaeologists, after which Po's rescue team arrives and helps them escape. Fatty sneaks away some treasure and worries when he gets caught, but Hao and Wu asks for their share as well. Everyone celebrates their recent mission, and then Old Fang shows up with a crate of alcohol to join the party. Everyone gets drunk quickly and passes out. The next day, Laji notices that Fatty has turned blue, so he tries to sneak him away in a disguise. Bai finds them and takes them to Fang so that he can treat Fatty. The blue soldier gets cured, but then Chi and his men take him away. As the elders discuss the evil energy lurking inside Laji, they learn about Chi, so they go to confront him. Chief Gao tells Chi not to be so dramatic, just because he doesn't want people like Fatty in the bureau. Laji asks Bai about Chi, but she mentions that they need to focus on training first. Bai makes the boys go through an intense sequence, but Fatty doesn't lose any weight and is compared to a pregnant woman. Bai wants Laji to pass his upcoming examination, but it looks like she's also gaining feelings for him. At night, Chi briefs the boys on a mission to capture a demon man within a specified time limit. They enter the scene of the crime and find the demon who is eating an animal. Laji identifies that the demon is being controlled and an intense fight follows. However, Fatty drops down on the demon and defeats him, thus passing the exam. Despite this, Chi points his gun at Laji and reveals that this was his plan all along. However, Chief Gao and the others come to the scene and tell Chi that Laji is now officially a part of the bureau. The news talks about some abnormal deaths involving people jumping into ponds. The next day, a cop named Yang Zhao meets the team and tries to charm Bai. The team is sent to an island for 7 days as an exile, but Fatty thinks of it as a vacation. Yang mentions the coma cases, and then Laji has some trouble breathing. There's a brief moment of panic, but the team moves on to the hospital where they meet Director Lin. They investigate the bodies and find a weird symbol on them. Later at night, Lin goes missing, so the team goes to check up on him. They bump into Yang and learn that his wife has been in a coma for over a year. They find Lin in his bed, but Wu is already there assessing the situation. Wu easily takes out the demon possessing Lin and puts it inside the kettle that Fatty finds. Laji has an odd dream in the night, and he panics at first, but wakes up to Wu, who has made a clone of his consciousness. Wu takes Laji's clone to an illusion zone and tests out his powers, along with Fatty's clone. Wu realizes the evil is quite strong, so he sends the clones after it. The spirit manifests into a man and dominates the clones with ease. He is about to kill Laji, but then Wu appears and destroys him. However, the spirit turns out to be a puppet, and Wu lets the clones die. Later, we learn that the real culprit is actually Yang. Bai suspects one of the patients and finds some bugs on their bodies. She believes this is bug poison and realizes that the patients are cursed. Now Yang has a discussion with the spirit master Lu Yun, who wants the Earth Pearl for his evil plans. Then Yang goes back to our heroes and takes Laji with him for some work. Fatty and Bai check up on Yang's wife to see if they can fix her. However, Fatty finds some pearls that connect Yang to the Guji Kingdom. Realizing that he's actually an ancient sect master, Bai warns Laji about it, but Yang acts quick and attacks our hero. He reveals that he wants Old Lin's energy and attacks Laji. Our hero is dominated, but he manages to escape using the car. He calls out Bai and informs him that Director Lin has finally woken up. Our heroes are reunited with each other, while Yang is told by Lu to get the Earth Pearl. Now the team investigates an abandoned building where Laji gets a vision of some people who had died there. As they continue checking the place, they are attacked by a horde of zombies. Bai decides to take them on and learns that they are just puppets. The team comes together and kills all the zombies, but they reawaken, so Wu has to make another entrance to save them. Now, Lu increases the pressure on Yang to get the Earth Pearl, otherwise his wife will be lost forever. Our heroes learn that Yang's wife has vanished, and Wu reveals that he has the Earth Pearl. He hands it over to Laji, so Yang snatches the bag from him later. He is eventually taken down by Wu, but escapes by using a blood spell. Yang finally hands over the Earth Pearl to Lu, but gets attacked by his men. Yang takes them down, but learns that his wife is already dead. The sect master loses his cool, but gets brutally beaten down by Lu. All hope seems lost, but then our heroes make an entrance. Laji and Fatty handle the goons, while Yang and Lu get into a fierce battle. Yang gets cornered but eventually dominates the fight. However, he is told not to kill Lu, because he is still controlling all the people in the hospital who have now become zombies. Wu decides to torture Lu with his snake demon, and he is finally forced to remove all the bugs from the patients. Lu gets arrested, and then Wu puts Yang to sleep. Later, he wakes up to a letter from Wu and finds his child waiting for him. Feng does some more research on Laji and is surprised that he's still keeping up with the dark energy. Yang has joined the bureau now, and it surprises the boys. Now Taoist Zhao spots one of his followers getting burned by a mysterious man named Shanda. He saves the boy, but Sanda escapes. Chief Gao is told about this, so he recruits the team to handle the villain. Our heroes meet Zhao while Sanda checks out Laji's profile. He also seems to be cultivating monsters for his evil plan to get the Tanli artifact. He unleashes his monsters and they wreak havoc all over the city. Even our heroes are attacked, and an intense chase follows. Laji shoots at the monsters, but there are too many of them and they start wrecking the car. With no other choice, the team takes on the monster army, and then Yang decides it's time to come out and play. He uses his powers to shoo away all the monsters, and this allows the others to run away from the scene. However, they find the entire city in flames as Sanda carries out his plan. They go back to rescue Zhao and find him getting attacked by a monster, so Laji takes it on. Fatty decides to help his buddy, but gets chased down by the boss monster. Luckily, Laji and Bai combine their powers and unite with Fatty to kill it. Unfortunately, more monsters appear, and a brutal encounter takes place while Sanda taunts Zhao. He calls back to his traumatic memories but gets interrupted by Laji and Fatty. Sanda has a brief chat with our hero and tries to sway him into his team. The villain almost gets to the hero, but Zhao tries to stop him. Sanda smacks him down and demands to know the location of the Tanli. He eventually gets what he wants and makes his way inside the location, but Laji follows after him. Yang comes to the scene to rescue Zhao, and then we see Laji confronting Sanda, who is trying to get the Tanli artifact. Our hero tries to stop the villain, but he gets dominated easily. Luckily, Yang comes to the rescue with his spin attacks. He puts up a strong fight against Sanda, but the villain ends up burning Laji. This triggers the dark energy inside him, and he transforms into a demon man. Laji takes on Sanda in an epic encounter, where they unleash all their powers upon each other. They seem evenly matched, but then Laji gets the upper hand and smacks Sanda away. Laji gets fatty as well, but he hits the Tanli and comes back to his senses. Now Wu dominates against all the monsters, but then a lava beast shows up. Laji shows up in his demon form to counter the beast, even though it is clearly overpowered. They go hammer and tongs at each other, but then Sanda reappears and absorbs all of Laji's dark energy. Luckily, Wu makes his appearance and takes down the villain with ease. He reveals that it was his plan all along to have Sanda take out the dark energy from Laji to save him the effort. An angered Sanda and his lava beast attack Wu, but he calmly holds them off and kills them at the same time. Now everything is back to normal, but our hero still seems to have some energy lurking within him. Like, share, and subscribe for more recaps. Hit the bell icon for regular notifications. See you soon!